Well, when I look at the right-wing media that we're talking about, Rev, they are the Republican Party. They are the spokesarm, the propaganda vehicle, the largest microphone for today's Republican Party. And so I think it's much more of a split than a small group of people. And I think that one of the things, too, here that we're going to see, and it's inevitable because Republicans have been doing this for a very long time, they are looking for any reason, any excuse to try to score political points at the expense of President Biden and Democrats. And they are going to use at some point this global security, national security issue to try to beat Joe Biden with it. They've done that with the war in Iraq. They did that after 9/11. They did that with Benghazi in the earlier part of the last decade. They're going to do that now. Rick Wilson has a great op-ed out in the Washington Post that talks about the Republican playbook when it comes to national security and foreign affairs, and how for 3 decades now they have tried to position Democrats as being weak on national security, position Democrats as the party that you should be afraid of, that they can't protect you. And at the earliest opportunity, they will break with Joe Biden and try to beat Democrats with this conflict.
Now, Kurt, let me stay with you a minute. Putin held a rally yesterday. Tens of thousands were in attendance at Moscow's largest stadium. This comes as the Washington Post reports that a new poll shows 58% of Russians support the invasion of Ukraine and 23% oppose it. What do you make of Putin's appearance and the message that he's trying to send?
Well, I think it really shows the weakness right now that the president finds himself in. If things were going so well, he wouldn't need to put on this dog and pony show, this stadium-sized event to try to convince his own people that he's winning this war, that he's doing so, that it's going so smoothly. You only do that when you're actually behind. And it reminds me a lot of the type of things that we used to see from Donald Trump, that when things went bad, he would go on the road and try to create this atmosphere of success. But it was all smoke and mirrors. It was to distract from the failures that he was experiencing. Putin's using the same playbook here. And, it's different. When it comes to polls, I have to say, too, it's a lot different when you're able to control the information flow, when you're able to restrict what your own people get to see. The polls are going to be skewed more in your favor because you are telling them, instructing them every day your version of reality, and they don't have the same outlets, the same choices that many of us are able to have. And so those polls, to me, are a little bit less meaningful because of the dynamic at play with how Putin controls the information flow in Russia.